So today I thought I'd do a video that would be fun and relevant as far as current events goes, because I've been having fun making these watch videos, and I thought, well, I just can't keep talking about Casio and Timex forever. That's not very fun. So I went on to Amazon, started getting ideas for cheap watches because that's all I can afford, and I thought, oh, it would be fun to do like a political showdown video, Biden versus Trump. I'll get a Biden watch and I'll get a Trump watch and we'll see which one is better. But then Biden is dropped out of the race and Kamala Harris took over, and I'm certainly not going to spend money on a Kamala Harris watch. I would rather die, and so that's not going to happen. I said, you know what? I'll just do an ex-president's video, because Biden will soon be the ex-president and Trump is currently the ex-president. Maybe he'll be the future president again, I don't know, but he's still an ex-president. So I'll do a Biden watch versus Trump watch. My original idea can still work. So I went on to Amazon and I got a Biden watch made in China, so you know it's good. And then I thought, okay, did that. Now let me get my Trump watch. So I started looking around for Trump watches and I found 4 of them, and I'll show you them in a second. But when I went to put them into my Amazon cart and have them shipped here to me in California, I got an error message for each and every one of them. They were sold by different sellers. There's no reason I should have gotten an error message, but I did it. It literally told me that I could not ship them to my address in California. And I thought, well, that's pretty strange, but okay, I'll just have them shipped to my girlfriend's address. She lives like, a few miles north of me. No, couldn't ship them there either. And I thought, well, okay, that's kind of odd. Wonder if I ship them to where I work. Maybe that'll work. Nope, couldn't ship them there either. And I suddenly realized what was going on, and that is in California, you're not allowed to like Trump. You're not allowed to wear Trump gear. They won't tolerate it. Gavin Newsom will not tolerate Trump watches being shipped to his wonderful bastion of liberality that he's created here for us. I really hope that I remember to put pictures of our rundown cities and disgusting homeless population. No offense to them, but it is quite disgusting. It just is. It's gotten out of hand to the point of being truly physically repulsive. What I'm really trying to say is California is a shithole, and Gavin Newsom and his minions ran it into the fucking ground. So do I really believe that he won't allow a Trump watch to be sent here? No, I guess not. But it's quite a coincidence that every single Trump watch I tried to buy on Amazon wouldn't ship to California. So I don't know what to make of that. I think it's kind of bullshit. And I should say that this Biden watch is not actually affiliated with President Biden. I believe this to be an example of what's known as Chinglish, where people in China who make things are so cheap that they won't hire someone who speaks true native English just to chime in and say, hey, like, do you think my company name is good? Do you think our restaurant menu says things that make sense to an English speaker? Blah, blah, blah. I remember during the 2008, I think it was 2008, Beijing Olympics, they had all these reporters go around to different Chinese restaurants. I guess all of the restaurants over there are Chinese, right, if you're in China, but you know what I mean. They went to different restaurants in Beijing and were showing the English translations that were being passed around to all the English tourists who were there. And it was just absolute nonsense. I'll put some great examples of Chinglish up here on the screen so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But I think Biden is an example of that, because honestly, like, why would you name your watch company Biden if it has nothing to do with President Biden? You'd think somebody would have said, hey, like, for the last 40 or so years, there's been this politician in America named Biden. Some people love him, some people hate him. So maybe it's best just to name our company something else, like AOC or something. So that was a joke, by the way. The only way it could possibly get worse than Kamala Harris is AOC. But anyway, enough of all this. I don't have a Trump watch is the long and short of it, but I do have a Biden watch. So I'm going to review that today. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I find it very disappointing, but this is what we got. So let's open it up and see. How do I do this here on camera? Let's see. First thing that you'll notice is, not actually Biden. Biden. Probably means fuck America in Chinese. I don't know. But it comes in this nice asbestos pouch. Beautiful. I'm going to have to line my apartment with this so that my apartment doesn't burn down. Very useful. And inside we have a bidet watch. Let's see. It's honestly not too bad of a watch in regards to looks. It's got this little quartz keeper here. Let's pull that out. These are good to feed to your pets after you get a new quartz watch. They love to chew on stuff. And let's see. Does it work? Yes, it does. It just ticked. It'd be pretty funny if it didn't. Okay, guys. The bidet. The bidet. I wish it said bidet instead. That would have been a much better example of Chinglish, but it is what it is. The Joe Biden bidet watch from China. It's got a closed case back. I do like that. I always like a closed case back. So I'm going to start off giving it points. No nonsense transparent case back. But of course it's quartz, so chance of it having a transparent case back are pretty much nil, but they do exist. I saw that the date, as I tried to set the time here, does turn over at midnight, but there is a quick set date feature that I'm already finding problems with this watch. Let's see if I can get it to, nope, it just won't do it. Just doesn't want to cooperate there. I'm turning it both ways. Nope, doesn't have any use for working. Why would it work? It costs $11.98. Long story short, let's get down to the size of things, shall we? Size is important, guys. I should say, this strap is really comfortable. It's one of the silicone straps, I believe. That feels nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. For size, let's turn to the size queen, shall we? And let's turn to daddy. Here we go, guys. The case. 39.71 millimeters. And I'll contrast that to the Trump case. Oh, that's right. I couldn't get a Trump watch because I live in California. The height of this watch, 11.51 millimeters. The height of the Trump watch. Oh, that's right. I couldn't get a Trump watch because I live in California. The lug-to-lug of the bidet watch, 47.66 millimeters. Not too bad. This is a nice size for most wrists, right? The lug-to-lug of the Trump watch. Oh, that's right. I couldn't get a Trump watch because I live in California. The lug width on this bad boy, 20.02 millimeters. Very nice, very doable for all of the straps that you guys have in your closet or wherever you keep your straps. Let's check out the T-Dog. Oh, that's right, I couldn't get a T-Dog watch because I live in California. The water resistance on this, 50 meters. And, oh, that's right, I couldn't get a T-Dog watch because I live in California. I just keep forgetting how insane to think that I could get what I want in, America. But I wouldn't trust this thing to 50 meters. Just as I was setting the time, the hands are super loose, just super junky. The quick set won't work. I just have no reason to trust this watch whatsoever. I do think it's pretty good looking. I think it's it's pretty good. I'm gonna put this on right now and give it a shot just to see what it looks like. But if you really don't give a single shit about watches, all you want to do is tell the time, and you don't work in any kind of wet or moist environments, I don't know. This is probably a fine watch. It'll get you through the day for a year or two until it stops working. This is plastic, obviously. The whole case is some kind of plastic. In fact, I won't even say resin. It's probably just straight up cheap plastic. So, one thing I don't know is if it has Lume. It looks like it has Lume. It has 2 strips there on the hands, but I don't trust this watch at all. So, I don't trust this watch because it's Democrat. That's just a joke, guys. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter to me. We're all one country. Let's all get along. Both sides have incredibly stupid ideas. So what are we really arguing about? Can't we all just agree that everybody's stupid and move on? Military time there. Blah, blah, blah. I don't have a whole lot to say here about this. So, yeah, I'm going to shine a flashlight on this, see if it glows. Let's see what happens. Alexa, turn the lights off. Alexa, turn all the fucking lights off. Oh, this makes me so angry, guys. I can't even say. Here we go. Okay, I see something glowing. That's a good start. We're gonna let this sit on top of here. Let it soak in all of that juice. You know what I mean, fellas? Gotta soak in the juice. Just ease yourself in and soak in the juice. Here we go. Oh my. Don't let my iPhone deceive you. Let's see, is it even gonna stay in focus? Come on, iPhone. No, I don't think so. This is the worst Lume I've ever seen. And I don't think it's focusing, so I'm not going to make you guys nauseous by staring at it too long. Alexa, turn all the lights on. Good girl. So, yeah. Just a terrible watch. Terrible. So terrible that I'm going to say don't buy it. I don't think I've said that for any watch I've ever reviewed yet. But this is absolute and utter trash. I will put a link in the description for a watch that is around the same price point that you guys maybe should try instead, and it will actually work and function properly, or you can ignore it. Do whatever the fuck you want. None of my business, guys. Spend your money however you want to spend it. And yeah, in the future, I have a few more watches that I'm going to try to do reviews of relatively quickly, so check those out. I promise the videos won't be such a clusterfuck. Or maybe they will. I don't know. I don't care. Adios.
What a stupid son of a bitch.